Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the English Speaking Podcast. We're so happy you're here with us today. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Daniel. Whether you're listening from home, school, work, or even on your commute, we're excited to help you improve your English in a natural and practical way.
On this podcast, we focus on real-life English, the kind of English you can actually use in daily conversations.
Exactly. Not just textbook English, but the phrases and expressions people really use.
And today's topic is something every single person needs at some point.
That's right. Today we're talking about how to ask for help in English.
This is such an important life skill. Whether you're at work, at school, shopping, traveling, or even facing an emergency, knowing how to ask for help politely makes everything easier.
And the best part? It's not complicated. You don't need advanced vocabulary. You just need the right phrases and confidence.
Exactly. We'll walk you through simple, natural expressions and show you how to use them in real situations.
Jennifer, let me ask you something. When was the last time you asked someone for help?
Just 2 days ago, actually, my Wi-Fi suddenly stopped working, so I called customer service and said, "Hi, I'm having trouble with my internet connection. Could you help me?"
That's a perfect example. Clear, polite, and straight to the point.
What about you?
Yesterday at the supermarket, I couldn't find the rice section, so I walked up to an employee and said, "Excuse me, can you help me find the rice?"
See, asking for help is completely normal. It's not weakness.
It's actually smart. People appreciate when you communicate clearly.
So let's start with the most basic phrase you can use anywhere. Can you help me?
This is simple, direct, and friendly. For example, if you're carrying heavy bags, you can say, "Can you help me with these?"
If you want to sound a little more polite, you can say, "Could you help me?"
Yes, could sounds softer and slightly more formal. For example, "Excuse me, could you help me find the train station?"
And if you want to be extra polite, especially if someone looks busy, you can say, "Would you mind helping me?"
That's a very respectful expression. For example, "I'm sorry to bother you, but would you mind helping me move this table?"
That small phrase, "I'm sorry to bother you," makes a big difference. It shows respect.
And of course, don't forget the magic word, please.
"Could you please help me?" sounds much nicer than just "help me."
Now, let's imagine you're at work and you don't understand something. What would you say?
I might say, "Excuse me, could you help me understand this task? I'm not sure what to do."
That's honest and professional.
At school, a student might say, "I don't understand this question. Could you explain it again?"
Or to a classmate, "Can you help me with the homework? I'm stuck on number 5.
"I'm stuck" is such a useful phrase. It means you can't move forward.
And sometimes you don't want to pressure someone. In that case, you can say, "Do you have time to help me?"
That gives the other person the chance to say yes or no comfortably.
Exactly. It's polite and considerate.
Now imagine you're shopping and can't find something.
You could say, "Excuse me, can you help me find the shampoo?"
Or, "Hi, I'm looking for batteries. Could you show me where they are?"
Being specific helps the person understand exactly what you need.
And that makes it easier for them to help you.
Now, let's talk about some common mistakes learners make when asking for help, because sometimes small grammar errors can completely change how your sentence sounds.
Yes, and don't worry, these mistakes are very common. Even confident learners make them.
The first big mistake is simply saying "help me" in a normal situation.
Right, help me sounds like a command. It can sound rude if it's not an emergency.
Exactly. In an emergency, like "help me, I'm drowning," it's perfectly fine. But in daily life, it's better to say, "Can you help me?" or "Could you help me, please?"
Let's compare. If you say, "help me carry this," it sounds demanding.
But if you say, "Could you help me carry this, please?" it sounds polite and respectful.
See the difference? Just adding a few words changes the tone completely.
The second common mistake is saying "help to me."
Oh yes, this is a grammar mistake we hear very often. Some learners say, "Can you help to me?"
But that's incorrect. The correct structure is "help me," no to.
So we say, "Can you help me?" not "Can you help to me?"
Let's practice a few examples. Wrong. "Could you help to me with this box?"
Correct. "Could you help me with this box?"
Wrong. "I need someone to help to me."
Correct. "I need someone to help me."
Very simple rule. Just remember, help plus me, no extra words.
Another mistake is mixing can and able. Some learners say, "Can you able to help me?"
That's incorrect because can already means be able to. You don't need both.
So you can say, can you help me?
Or are you able to help me?
But never, can you able. That's double grammar.
Exactly. Choose one structure, not both.
Another issue is being too indirect or too shy. Some learners speak in very long, confusing sentences because they're nervous.
For example, someone might say, I was wondering if maybe you might possibly have a little bit of time to perhaps help me with something small.
That's too long and unclear. The listener might feel confused.
Instead, just say, excuse me, do you have time to help me with this?
Polite and clear, that's the perfect balance.
Being confident doesn't mean being rude. It means speaking clearly and respectfully.
Exactly. Short, clear sentences are usually better than long, complicated ones.
Now let's talk about something very important, your tone of voice.
Yes, tone can completely change how your request sounds.
If you say, can you help me in an angry tone, it won't sound polite.
But if you say it with a gentle, friendly tone, people will respond more positively.
Smiling also helps, especially in face-to-face situations. People can hear a smile in your voice.
That's so true. Even on the phone, smiling changes your tone.
Another helpful tip is to briefly explain your situation before asking.
For example, instead of just saying, could you help me, you can say, I'm new here and I'm not sure how this works. Could you help me?
That gives context. It helps the other person understand why you're asking.
And when someone helps you, always respond warmly.
You can say, thank you so much, I really appreciate it.
Or, that was very helpful. Thanks again.
Gratitude makes people more willing to help you again in the future.
And if someone says they can't help you, don't feel embarrassed.
Just respond with, no problem, thanks anyway.
That keeps the interaction positive and respectful.
Remember, asking for help is part of healthy communication.
It shows you care about doing things correctly.
And the more you practice these phrases, the more natural they will feel.
Confidence comes with repetition.
So don't wait for the perfect moment. Use these phrases in your real life and see how people respond. And the more you use these expressions, the more natural they will feel in real life, because practice builds confidence step by step. Sometimes learners think they need advanced vocabulary to sound fluent, but that's not true at all. Fluency is about using simple sentences clearly and comfortably.
That's such an important point. Even native speakers use very simple structures when asking for help. They don't try to sound complicated. They just focus on being clear and polite.
Let's explore a few more natural expressions people use every day. For example, instead of saying, can you help me, you might hear someone say, could you do me a favor?
Oh yes, that's a very common phrase. Do me a favor basically means help me with something. For example, could you do me a favor and send me that file?
Or in a casual situation, hey, can you do me a quick favor?
Adding the word quick makes it sound smaller and easier, which makes the other person more likely to agree.
Another natural phrase is, I need a little help with. For example, I need a little help with this project.
That sounds softer than just saying, help me with this project.
Exactly. Small changes in wording make a big difference in tone.
Let's also talk about situations where you're not sure if someone is the right person to ask.
Good point. In that case, you could say, I'm not sure if you're the right person to ask, but could you help me with this?
That's polite because you're acknowledging that they might not be responsible for the issue.
Or you can ask, could you point me in the right direction?
I love that expression. It doesn't mean physically pointing. It means guiding you or telling you who to talk to.
Exactly. For example, I need help with my bank account. Could you point me in the right direction?
Now let's imagine you've already asked for help once, but you're still confused.
That happens a lot. In that situation, you can say, I'm sorry, I'm still a little confused. Could you explain that one more time?
Notice how polite that sounds. You're not blaming the other person, you're taking responsibility for your understanding.
Yes, and that keeps the conversation positive.
Sometimes people are afraid to ask again because they feel embarrassed.
But asking again is better than pretending you understand and making a mistake later.
Absolutely. Communication is about clarity, not ego.
Let's also talk about helping in group situations. Imagine you're working on a team project.
You might say, I'm having trouble with my part. Could someone help me?
Or more specifically, could you help me review this section before I submit it?
Review is a great professional word. It means check carefully.
And if you're the one offering help, you can say, let me know if you need any help.
That's a wonderful phrase to remember too, because communication goes both ways.
Exactly. Sometimes being comfortable asking for help also makes you more willing to help others.
And that builds stronger relationships at work, school, and even at home.
One more useful phrase is, I'd appreciate your help.
Yes, for example, I'd really appreciate your help with this presentation. That sounds respectful and professional.
Notice how we often add really to show sincerity.
Small adverbs like really, greatly, or truly make your gratitude stronger.
So overall, asking for help in English is about three things: clarity, politeness, and confidence.
Clear request, polite tone, confident delivery.
And remember, even if you make small grammar mistakes, most people will focus on your message, not your errors.
The goal is communication, not perfection.
So next time you feel stuck, confused, or unsure, take a deep breath and use one of these phrases.
Because every time you speak, you're improving.
Because every time you speak, you're improving. And that improvement doesn't happen in big jumps. It happens in small, consistent steps. The more you practice asking for help in English, the more natural it becomes. And soon, you won't even need to think about the sentence structure.
That's so true. At first, you might translate in your head from your native language, but with practice, you'll start forming these sentences automatically.
Let's build that automatic response right now with a few transformation exercises. I'll say a direct or slightly rude sentence, and then we'll improve it together.
Okay, first one, explain this.
That sounds like a command. A better version would be, could you explain this, please?
Or even softer, could you explain this to me? I'm not sure I understand.
Great. Next one, I don't understand. Say again.
We can improve that by saying, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?
I didn't catch that is very natural. Native speakers use it all the time.
Here's another one. Help me do this.
Better version, could you help me with this?
Notice we say help me with this, not help me to do this in most casual situations.
Yes, keeping it simple usually sounds more natural.
Now let's talk about situations where you feel nervous. Maybe you're speaking to someone in authority like a manager, teacher, or senior colleague.
In those cases, adding softening phrases helps. For example, excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me with something.
I was wondering if is a very polite structure. It makes your request sound gentle.
Or you could say, when you have a moment, could I ask for your help?
That shows respect for their time.
Timing is important too. If someone looks stressed or busy, you might first ask, is this a good time?
That's such a powerful question. It shows emotional intelligence.
Now let's explore pronunciation a little. Sometimes learners know the correct sentence, but their tone makes it sound unsure.
Yes. For example, if you say, can you help me, with strong stress on help, it might sound frustrated.
But if you say calmly, could you help me, please? With a gentle tone, it sounds polite and friendly.
Stress and intonation matter in English. Your voice should go slightly up at the end of polite questions.
Like, could you help me? That rising tone makes it sound like a real question.
Exactly. Flat tone can sometimes sound bored or impatient.
Another thing to remember is facial expression. If you're smiling slightly and maintaining relaxed eye contact, people will respond more positively.
Communication is not just words. It's voice, tone, and body language together.
Let's imagine a more challenging situation. Suppose someone refuses to help you.
That can feel uncomfortable, but you can respond politely by saying, I understand. Thank you anyway.
Or, no worries, I appreciate your time.
Staying polite keeps your confidence strong.
And sometimes people refuse simply because they're busy, not because they don't want to help.
Exactly. Don't take it personally.
Let's also discuss cultural differences. In some cultures, asking directly might feel uncomfortable.
Yes, but in English-speaking environments, clear communication is usually appreciated. Being too indirect can sometimes confuse people.
So, aim for polite but clear. Not too demanding, not too vague.
That balance is the key to sounding natural.
And remember, confidence grows when you take action. Every time you ask for help in English, you're training your brain to think faster and respond naturally, and that's how real progress happens.
And that kind of real progress doesn't just improve your English, it also improves your confidence in daily life. Because when you know how to ask for help properly, you stop feeling stuck or helpless in situations.
That's such a powerful point. Language is not just vocabulary and grammar, it's freedom. When you can ask for help clearly, you can solve problems faster.
Let's talk about mindset for a moment, because many learners don't ask for help simply because they feel shy.
Yes, they worry about making mistakes or being judged.
But here's the truth. Most people are not judging your grammar. They're focused on understanding you.
And often, they actually respect you for trying to speak their language.
Exactly. Think about it. If someone tries to speak your language, even imperfectly, you probably feel impressed, not annoyed.
So, give yourself that same kindness.
Now let's practice expanding short requests into more natural ones. For example, instead of saying, I need help, you can say, I'm having a little trouble with this. Could you help me?
That sounds smoother and more conversational.
Or instead of, tell me how to do this, you could say, could you show me how to do this?
Show me sounds more collaborative, less demanding.
Another useful phrase is, I could use your advice.
Yes, especially when you're asking for guidance rather than physical help. For example, I'm thinking about changing jobs. I could use your advice.
That invites a thoughtful conversation.
Let's also talk about situations where you need help in a service setting, like a bank or government office.
In those cases, you might say, I'm not sure how this process works. Could you please guide me?
Guide me sounds respectful and professional.
Or, I need some clarification about this form. Could you help me understand it?
Clarification is a strong professional word.
Yes, and using words like that makes you sound confident, even if your English isn't perfect.
Let's also practice asking for help in group conversations. Imagine you're with friends and they're talking very fast.
You could say, sorry, I'm trying to follow. Could you explain that part again?
That shows you're engaged in the conversation.
Or if you don't understand a joke, you can say, wait, I didn't get that. What do you mean?
I didn't get that is very natural and casual.
Sometimes learners pretend they understand because they don't want to interrupt.
But pretending doesn't help your learning. Asking does.
Exactly. Every time you ask, you learn something new.
Let's also think about tone in text messages. When asking for help through text, adding polite words is very important because the other person cannot hear your voice.
Yes, for example, instead of writing, send me the file, you can write, hi, could you please send me the file when you have a moment?
That sounds much more respectful.
Adding, when you have a moment, removes pressure.
And ending with thanks in advance is also common in professional messages.
That shows appreciation even before they respond.
Now, think about this. When you confidently ask for help, you're not only improving your English, you're building communication skills that will help you in your career, relationships, and personal growth. And the more comfortable you become with these small, everyday interactions, the more fluent and natural your English will start to sound.
So, to wrap everything up, remember that asking for help is completely normal and actually very smart. Using polite, clear, and confident phrases like, can you help me, could you help me, or would you mind helping me really makes a difference.
Yes, and don't forget to add please and thank you. Those small words go a long way in making your English sound natural and friendly.
Try to practice these phrases in your daily life, at work, at school, when shopping, or even with friends and family. Every time you use them, you'll feel more confident.
And it's not just about asking for help. Offering help to others is also part of learning English in real life. Phrases like, do you need a hand, or can I help you with that, make you sound kind and approachable.
Exactly. English is not just about grammar. It's about communicating clearly and politely. Small changes in how you ask or offer help make a big difference.
So remember to be polite, be clear, and always say thank you when someone helps you. And don't be afraid to ask for help whenever you need it.
We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and found it useful. Don't forget to practice what you learned today in real situations. The more you use it, the easier it becomes.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who's learning English, and subscribe to our English speaking podcast so you never miss a lesson.
Keep practicing, keep improving, and most importantly, keep asking for help whenever you need it.
Thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.
Goodbye.